Hello everyone, my name is Marley. You can call me Mr. Warren. I'm going to teach you a little about our place values, our numeration systems, and our base 10 blocks, and how we can use those to solve a couple of math problems. First, we're going to start out with some definitions. Our first definition is going to be that of a numeration system. And a numeration system is a collection of properties and symbols agreed upon to represent numbers systematically. These written symbols are representing certain quantities. They are called numerals, or just our numbers. Now, stepping into the next domain, we have three types of numbers. First numbers are going to be nominal numbers. These are our numbers that are used to name or identify something. This could be your home address, your student ID, could be a social security number, if you know what that is, a jersey number on the back of your sports jerseys. We have ordinal numbers. These are numbers used to give position, first, second, third, last, so on and so forth. Then we have cardinal numbers, and cardinal numbers are used to represent how many or how much of something you have. For example, 2 dogs, 3 cats, 4 apples, just measuring any quantity of something. Now, going into our base 10 blocks, we're going to first look at our place values. These are the numbers that are going to be constructed from the 10 digits to 0. The numbers that we're going to be using: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Now, these place values are based on powers of 10, the number base of the system. So, for example, right here, I got the number 1,234. And we have our ones place, our tens place, our hundreds place, and our thousands. Of course, it goes with higher, but since we've only got the 3 representatives, 4 representatives, that's how we're going to do it today. Alright, so we went over that. Now let's go back into our actual physical representatives. We have rods, small cubes, and flats. These little guys are our ones. Each one represents 1 unit, or just a number 1. These are going to be our rods, and they each represent 10. So if you put 10 ones, you can see the lines, they're made out of 10 ones, and so those represent 10. And then we have our flats, and these are going to represent 100. And if you can see, it's just going to be 10 of these rods. All right, and then we also have our big cube. I don't have one here with me today, unfortunately, but our big cube does represent 1,000. I also have it written right here: small cube, rod, flat, big cube, and what those represent in each of the numbers. Going off of that, we are going to take our representatives, and we're going to use the board and use it to help us solve some math problems. Alright, first we're going to go into expanded form of some numbers, just so we can get an idea of what we're doing. Alright, so I'm going to use this number right here, 1,234. This might just be a review for you guys. Alright, so we got our ones place is going to be 4. But we're going to start right here. Alright, so we got 1,000 plus 2 hundreds, or 2 flats, and we got 3 of our rods, so that's going to be 3 tens, or 30, and then 4 ones, so it'll just be 4. This is our expanded form. We can do a couple more numbers of this just so you get an idea of what this can be used for. You can do some bigger numbers or smaller numbers. I'm going to do a bigger number just to give you an idea. So let's do 12,345. All right, 10,000s place, sorry. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Then plus, you got 2,000 plus 3 flats would be 300, 4 rods, 40, and then the 5 ones, which is going to be 5. I hope that explains it a little bit more. Alright, now we're going to get into our math problems using our representatives. Taking one of these, I'm going to draw them as just sticks for now, just because it's easier. Alright, got 4 rods, which is going to be equal to 40. I'm going to have 8 ones, it's going to be 8. And then I'm going to do over here 2 flats, which are going to be 200. Alright, now when we put that number together, we got the 2 in the hundreds place, the 4 rods in the tens place, and the 8 ones in the ones place. And so we get our number 248. Alright. Now let's do some simple addition. Alright, let's go into, let me see my paper real quick. There we go. Alright, I am going to use a big cube for this one, just so you guys can get a feel of what it's like to mess around with a big cube. Does mean 1,000, and this 1,000 can be translated as, let's see, 10 flats. Draw these real quick. Another little bit sloppy. One more. 10 flats that each equal 100. And this is also going to be equal to 100 rods, which I'm not going to draw that out because that's going to be too much, but you get the idea. All right, going back to our simple math. Let's see, let's do 23 plus 67. All right. So we look at our numbers placed first, our ones placed first. So we're gonna have 3, I'm gonna represent them as dots. 3 ones and 2 rods in the first number, this represents 23. And then we're gonna add this to our 6 rods. And then 7 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. That's going to represent 67. All right, now putting these together, we're going to have 2 plus 6 be 8. So that's going to be 8 rods in total for a total of 80. Then doing our numbers together, going to be, what's it going to be, 90? It's going to be about, sorry. Yeah, that was right. 90. So then that can be represented as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you'd have 0 ones because these are going to add together being 10, and that's going to be another rod. I'm going to do a small subtraction problem, and then this lesson's going to be concluded. All right, let's do 10. 13 minus 8. So we got our 10 rods, or sorry, 1 rod, 3 ones. Then we have our 8 that we're trying to take away. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Now we can take 3 of these away, but what we're gonna do, since we can't take 8 out of 3, so we're gonna make this rod into 10 of these ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So now I can take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in total. I hope that concludes it all, and let me know if you have any questions. Submit it in the comment section under the Canvas assignment. Thank you.